Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new series on Empires of the Undergrowth. Now, you've seen a few episodes of this on the channel in the past. Basically, this is the full-fledged release. Well, I say full-fledged, but it's the early access. But there is a lot of things being popped in, and you've probably seen this is all new, for one. You do have this down here, which is where you sort of grow your ants and so on and so forth, and create lots of cool things. And, well, if you are new to Empires Undergrowth, it's all about managing your own ant colony while defending against all sorts of different creatures and so on and so forth. Anyway, we'll be doing this as, well, series because I've been waiting for this for so long. I was granted a little bit of early access by the lovely folks at Slug Disco. Make sure you're checking them out and this will be on Steam very, very shortly. You can wishlist it already, I believe. Anyway, we're going to jump in so you guys can see what it's like. Now, I did create this, but what I'm going to do is do a brand new one. I'm just going to call it the Smashers again. So it's completely new. And let's get started. Now, there is actually voice acting in this game, and the game is had basically a graphic overhaul. The game is incredible looking. And here we go. This is our lovely Lorelia.
Has taken well to her new home.
It's fascinating. She has already started to spawn. Incredible, really, that we found such a healthy specimen.
How long until we can expect to see interspecies polymorphism?
We should be patient and allow the colony to grow first. I've placed food nearby. Then we will introduce the Formicarium and observe their reaction.
Excellent. Keep me updated on their progress.
So yeah, essentially this is your sort of home base almost, where you have to grow out, and you get a certain amount. You've got up here, you can see here, you've got territory, allows you to dig out tiles. You also have a royal
Come on,
jelly.
Lands. You need space to grow. Dig, dig, dig.
Well, that's slightly worrying. And of course you do have the food and max food as well. And then you've got your population cap and so on and so forth. Up here you can see, this is where you can actually increase things. Now you do have one or the other for either side. So you can select either aggressive brood or you can select efficient brood.
Is something wrong?
I've provided them with food just a few centimeters south of the Queen, but they don't seem to be interested.
Yes, we are. Don't you worry.
Then we will have to replace the colony and start again.
No replacing colony. There you go. Now, you see these little hints at the side. I probably may or may not go for them. So this is your hub from which you can actually form up. You can see here they're bringing that in, getting some more ants, so on and so forth. Now, on here you've got your food. You've also got you can place down more ants if you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in here because it works in, the new update allows you to actually upgrade tiles. So if I do this in here, soon see, and they'll bring up a little bit of design work here. Let's just wait for that to all pop up. Now you can see here, this is an upgrade bit here, and you've also got the speed up the tile. So speed up tile you can actually place between here and here, and that allows them to speed along as you wish, yeah, nice and quickly. But you can see here that's got a nice wee upgrade. So if I click this, it does upgrade. You can get free upgrades per tile, and that works for ants, it works for the food piles and everything, so on and so forth. Now the way it also works with the ants actually have a sort of visual representation increase. So if you get to level 3 on something, which we'll show you in a moment, the ant gets bigger, which is cool. Anyway, we're going to do a little bit of an increase in these two. Let's have a wee look, see what we've got here. So, from time to time, notifications, so on and so forth. To expand your colony, you're going to need space. When no tool is selected, left click and you can basically dig out. The ants see food and will pick it up. Now, your normal ants can pick up food as well as your soldiers, but you actually have things down here that allows you, prevent gather or, prevent attack. So you can actually have them do their own thing. So if you want your fighters to just stay there and not run away with food or anything like that, you can select that, so on and so forth. Now, I do think we should get a couple more upgrades because, let's see, that's there. So let's just upgrade all of this just now. Because it does use food, and we've got a good bit of food here, so that'll keep us going quite a wee bit. And there we go. And then we can upgrade the middle one. And you can see these little sort of diamond shapes here. And there we go, that's upgraded to 3. Now, these are all like that because basically you need to kind of cut out this. So the tiles neighbours are not sufficiently developed, so on and so forth. But you've got these two that we can upgrade as well. Make them even speedier. And there you go. So that's it in a nutshell for when it comes to that. But you do get to as I said, this is where you've got your actual fights going on, and you get challenge 1. Once you've completed these, you can move on. So we'll soon see. This episode might be slightly longer than most episodes, but we'll soon see how that gets on. So we've cut this out now. We've got another 31 that we can use. So let's see. I think what we want to do is we want to try and, you know, get this going that way. What if we take that into there? Just empty. There we go. And then we do that, like so. And same again on this side. There we go. Just to create this sort of area that we can pick on. So what I'm going to also do though is I'm going to get some worker ants in here. Just to increase our cap of it. Yes.
Perfect. We will soon have a thriving colony.
There you go. Now they'll bring little eggs around from the queen, plant them, and then they'll sort of grow up and pop once you can. Now you do have to factor in when you're doing this, because this is a strategy game. You do have like the 20 food to place, and then it costs 2 to hatch. So it can work out for your advantage at times if you're able to do that pretty well. So we've got 14 there, and of course we can go topside. And it's pretty cool when you go topside. Is he a way to unlock that? I believe he is. There we go. Voila. Now you can actually go up. We've got a nice wee sandy beach here. There's some things now, when you take on levels and stuff, you will like acquire food and so on and so forth. Now the food actually pops up here, so it allows you to use it. Now we've got 14 territory that we can still use. So we do need to watch how we're doing things here. Let's get that all done. Because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this all food. Because we will need that, trust me. There we go. Because the first level you do get a huge amount of food if you manage to pass it. And then you also allow be upgrade. So you can get these by using royal jelly. So you can have 1, 2, and 3, which in your basic increase, you know, increases health, damage, speed. These ones are basically almost like evolution traits. And you've got here, you've got the, you know, you've got your wood ant, which you can then have as a mortar ant or a rapid fire ant. So anyway, let us take on the first level. So we've got new homes. You can choose a difficulty. We're going to go for nice wee medium because you got here, you've got, you know, hard, insane, which increases the amount of stuff you get. But trust me, this game is not exactly easy, but it's a huge amount of fun. So we're going to jump in here, and we've got like wood lights here. So these things usually indicate food or other mines stuff that you.
Queen has set up home beneath a rotting log. She is fat and vulnerable. Her first brood will need to move quickly if the colony is to survive. Their priority now is to find food, and there is plenty around. But there are other hungry creatures down here.
So you can see here the woodworm will not fight back once killed. So these are woodworms here, and it gives you 25 food per, like, each one.
The ants have encountered a pocket of woodworm.
And these here are usually bad guys.
Will make an excellent meal for the colony.
All right, so we want to
carried off for processing.
What we got here? So we want to then take this all out. Once they've done that, so we can actually get a nice wee food area, probably. Actually, probably better to keep the food at the back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just already kind of, you know, do that. And then we shall do the same thing here. Like that. And then we'll do that. So that gives us our already, like, outclub. Because it does say, it gives you hints of, you know, building this sort of type of shape allows you to have the best upgrade values available for when you're building things. What was that? Oh, it's just a little ant. There we go. Okie dokie. Then we'll just put that in. And we'll just put that in. I've just noticed to put that there, which is annoying, but oh well. Now, I wish there was a thing to almost replace dirt in the game, because that would be really, really handy if you could do that. But what we'll do is we'll do that. Get rid of that just now. And there we go. Let's place them 2 down. Now, did you see here we actually do have a black ant, along with, obviously, our worker ant. Now, the worker ants you've got here, now it's nice to see this. I've been listening to a lot of feedback over the time. I initially played this at EGX way back, and it's really ridiculous good to see this, because they're pretty much they definitely listen. Now, you see here, like, if I click this, it shows you like this. Now, when you actually start to put down more here, or like if I put down, actually, where do I want to put you guys? You know what, put you down there. Now you'll see here, they'll initially pop up here, but then you can drag them into this. Now if you place other ones over here, you'll be able to drag them into that, and then basically you're using pheromones because you can't directly tell them where to go. They're more like they go where you can, almost like a smell thing, you know, it's pheromones. And so we got to kill some creatures, so we got here will probably be best to start. So what we want to do is we want to try and get these few of these guys out.
Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
So let's go and get that. And then we'll dig to here. Now basically these ones here will do. Ants in this group tend to nest jobs such as digging, food collection, brood care. They will do everything that's not like venturing out or anything like that. Now of course when we select this, you can actually select, you know, you can do 2 to 1, there we go. And if I click here, it's going to bring these guys along here. Or actually if I put it there, you'll see they kind of march along. That's a big guy there. You can see him there. They've got the big black and white or black and red stripes, and well, are considerably bigger than the little guys. And that's more food being brought in, so we want to try and get a little bit of an army going here. Now you can see these guys actually cost 50 food to place, but then they cost 5 to hatch. So you can almost play that against the game sort of thing. Like I usually try and get, you know, maybe 15, 20, 20, something like that. And you can also then, if you've built up a significant amount of food, you launch your ants at particular big guys, because there is some big ones in this level, and that will allow you to then, you know, you'll be able to replenish them pretty quickly, get more ants in, so on and so forth. Anyway, we probably, they've got that there, so these guys, we could send them along there, or what we could do, we could place some worker ants here. You can actually drag them out from that, so that's okay. Right, so we could do that. What we do is we're going to do this to this. So we're going to bring yous over there. I'm going to bring that over there, so because there is food sitting in there, it's not being gathered up. So obviously the red exclamation mark usually means a bad thing. And the more there is, because that'll say there's 4 enemies, 2 enemies, so on and so forth. Lots of enemies. Now you don't know what those enemies are going to be. Big, small, helpful, not helpful, so on and so forth. There we go, we'll get some wee guys going in there. Maybe put, how much food does that cost? That costs 20 and 2 to hatch, okay. There we go, gonna put yous guys in there, because we do need to have some workers that are be able to, you know, go fetch the food essentially. Because these ones will sit around, they'll do things really, really close, they'll do digging, but they won't do really much else, and also they'll take like exacs back and forth to allow you to increase your army and so on and so forth. Now there's got some more stuff in there, and let's see, let's do that so they make sure they're picking it all up. Alright, so we've got 5 of these guys, so that's enough to take on at least 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them here, and then I'm going to dig this in like so. Now sometimes the cave can pass away, but if you're like probably about here, it might break away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, get you guys right in there. There we go. So we got these guys.
Uncovered carnivorous larvae of Ochipus olens, the devil's coach horse. They are born ready for combat, with powerful slicing mandibles for chopping up their prey. They are still small, however, and must undergo a final pupation before their armor is fully developed.
So of course, if you don't like bugs, you're probably not going to like this game, but it's a ridiculously good RTS game.
The outcome for the colony may not have been so fortunate. They must expand with caution.
Yeah, you're going to need to do it almost like slow and steady for this, because obviously you can rush in and do stuff, but if you open up, say, to some big guys, you're probably going to end up dead. Now, you can also, like I said, you can actually do the upgrades on these once you've got, you know, that area kind of secured off. So what we want to do is, now we've got that there, and let's see, so we've got our workers there, which of course, they're sitting there, there's 7 of them. Everybody's hatched, you can see up here, this is your fighters, this is your workers, and we've only got 2 food left, so that's not in itself particularly great. So what we want to do is, I think this might be a good idea to go for. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to bring it from here. Bring our lovely little fighters over there, and we're going to have them going in there. So these guys will go and do basic work, obviously like the digging and stuff. Now, the best thing for playing this game, I've found, and definitely it's probably a good hint, is you want to have your ants have the widest amount of area surface attack as possible. So if you have a big creature, you want to make sure your ants are going all the way around it, or basically have it, you know, 2 or 3 areas here so they can attack, because otherwise they'll get slaughtered. Alright, so we want to budge you guys in here, and then we're going to do that, and that will open up that cavern. And there we go.
Loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
The actual voiceover work in this is outstandingly good. Almost feels like you're watching some sort of like documentary TV, you know, Planet, like Blue Planet and stuff. There we go. Those guys are going to go in there and get that.
The colony is starving.
No, it's not.
Enough food to feed the new brood.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. There we go. Some food is coming back now. There we go. So a tile surrounded by level 2 tiles can be upgraded to level 3. So it's just telling you things. I've been through this quite a few times because I've just been, you know, making sure I get things. And well, I died at times, you know. I'm gonna put that in there. So get that, and you see what I mean when you do that. And if you highlight that, it tells you, you know, what that's relation to. Now we probably do some upgrades here. Yes, we can. We don't have enough food for that. We've got 4 in that, which probably don't want to go near. Probably want to go for this bit next, actually. So what I want to do is bring you guys over here, because then we're going to go up here, get this, and then this, because I believe that's the bigger ones, I think. Could be completely wrong, but you never know. So what we want to do is we want to take this here, and then we want to do that. Because we don't want to create too much of an easy access to the queen, because if the queen dies, that's it. So think of it like a, you know, Command and Conquer. That's your home base. If that dies, gone. It's done, you know. Right, okay, so we got that there. Let's bring you guys into here. Bring yous here. And then we shall open this up. Oh, there we go. Oh dear. The yellow went in first. I didn't mean to put that in. I wanted the fighters to go in first. They should be okay though. Yeah, 1 down. And there we go, excellent. Okay, so they're going to take that all back. Now what we can do now is, because we've kind of cleared this up, is we can create little areas going through so that, you know, quicker to get the food, so on and so forth. And we could also, actually, maybe not do that there, maybe put that there. And we could just do it that way. So that's like direct access to the food. Now, as you've seen, we've got a nice wee upgrade on that, but we've only got 7. So what we want to look at doing is possibly extending this like that. What have we got here? So the ants assigned to a pheromone marker can not be told to not gather food or not attack. So that's something I was explaining earlier. Anyway, we have a good bunch of these guys now, so let's put these here. That should give us here. I usually try and go for 20 black ants and something like this, because although this map looks quite suspiciously like a skull. I keep thinking that when I'm looking at it. And let's see, we can get an upgrade. Let's get an upgrade on you. And then we want to kind of head up this way. So we're going to bring the red over here. We're going to bring the used guys over here. So we've got that open there, and we've got the food here, but we've got 230 food that we can get access to anyway. So we're not kind of hurting for space in that regard. So let's continue these up. Bring these guys to there. I tend to use some workers because as bad as it sounds, they're almost like cannon fodder. It allows, like, if they're attacking that, then your fighters aren't taking any damage. So let's do this, do this. You guys are ready. Attack. Now we've got this here, which is a woodlouse. Now the woodlouse doesn't attack you, but it's good for food, but it takes a while to actually get them dug up. But you'll soon see that in a moment. So they'll sit and they'll, you know, this will sit and do this for ages because they do have quite a high amount of armor. But then you get a little bit of food comes off that, brings them back. There you go. So you've got a bit of food area here, obviously. And look at that. It just looks weird. Looks weird as hell. Even the music's creepy. But there we go. They'll chop into that and then they'll get that. So, and I believe this is woodlouse as well. So let's open this up. Yes, it is.
These woodlice will make a significant addition to the colony.
So they'll add a ton of food to things.
It's going to take
but
some
you
effort
just
to
take a little bit to actually get them. But hey, you know, a little bit of work won't harm anybody. So let's put that there. These cost 50, wasn't it? Yeah. But that's going to give us a huge amount of boost of food once they bring that back. I'm just leaving the fighters to gather food as well because they do help out and they move pretty quickly. They move definitely pretty quickly. There we go. Bringing all that food back. So basically when you see like these turn yellow, it means they're basically about to hatch. Like this one here, hatched for you. And they're all like that because they're not needed because obviously you've got an ant that's already kind of sort of using that pop cap. There we go. 3 more is never a bad thing. Let's get another one there, another one there. Still a lot of food to actually bring around from this, so that's pretty cool. I can't get to that from there or there. We're gonna need to go through this. Unfortunately. What I might do is bring it in from here though. So you guys get up here. So we have 16 of these guys now. That's more than enough to take on whatever the heck that is. So let's just do this and this. There we go. Yellow can be there in standby. And red, get behind there. Okay. So obviously you've got these, but you're going to have different ants that you'll do different things with. Like you saw there, that you can have the mortar ones, the fast fire ones.
Predators
Okay.
are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Get in here, yellow. Everybody. I mean, worker ants, you can actually have them that they'll, like, when you get some upgrades and everything, they will almost be not as good, but they can at least, you know, hang around a bit quick and have a bit better attack for things. And there we go. So that's going to give us that. Now, what we could do is look to obviously bringing that through there. There we go. Let's do that.
This colony must remain small for now.
Says
Food is
small
too
as there's
scarce
like
to support greater numbers.
30 odd ants, you know? There we go, and another one. And that gives that big area, so now we can also look to just doing upgrades on it. And we don't have enough food. You can see here, it doesn't seem to tell you, from what I can tell, it doesn't tell you how much food it's going to require, but I think, if I mind right, it does work out to being pretty much counts as if you're buying another ant. Anyway, we want to open this up. Let's get that open. Okay, guys, get in there and get in there. That's going to give us a huge boost to our food supply. So we got that there, we've got that there. I think we're going to need to look at upgrading this area though. But just seeing where this game came from to what it is now, I'm extremely impressed. It's actually outstanding the amount of changes that have happened to this. I mean, it's obviously kept its core gameplay being what it is, but there's been, you know, more passes and graphics, there's been upgrades on the pathfinding and so on and so forth, and it's really impressive to see. There we go. And yeah, they definitely are taking up to 50. But they end up being a good bit, because obviously it increases damage, agility, so on and so forth, because you can see here, it allows your upgraded tile, increases the performance or improving the ant spawn on it, and upgrade cost matches the original placement. Never mind, that's in there. Would like to have a thick outer armor, so you can see here, and they don't go away. You can actually like turn them off if you so be, but I don't want to turn them off just yet. So we've got 19 there just now. Don't really want to put down another one, but I kind of want to round it off to 20. So there we go, round that off there, put that there, and there we go. So we've got 20 now. Which bit do we want to go for first? I mean, we could go through here, because obviously we've ventured up that way. So let's put our stuff into this bit. And so you see here that it can take them a little bit. So obviously you can see this number indicates how many of it, you know, took attention. You see this guy's around here, and then you'll start to come around here. So let's open this up. Hopefully. Okay, let's begin the attack. Go.
Must be protected.
Don't worry, they will be. So this is your basic objective of kill everything else and make sure you're the only thing that survives. And there we go. That's them all dead. Excellent. Right, so we got quite a few in there, so I'm not entirely sure if I should go for them yet. And then again, that's going to unleash all of that. This has an extra bit of food. And that again as well, so we're probably going to go up there. So we're going to have to take on a big amount of stuff. Anyway. Could get another upgrade one. There we go. Because the upgrading thing never used to be in the game. When I've shown this before, and you've probably seen it on other channels as well, the upgrades weren't there at all. So that in itself is a great addition, because it adds a little bit of depth to the gameplay as well, and the mechanics. So we want to open this up. Let's see. That's that down. That's that down. Open that up. And let's see. Open all three. See if we can get a.
There are intruders in the nest.
Okay, that's a lot of them. Go, 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 go. But usually the risk equals the reward. Reward equals risk sort of thing in this game. Like, you taking these all on, but killing your enemies gets you food. You might lose some ants, but usually, obviously, to replace one of these is going to cost you 5.
Not enough food to feed.
Think if I mind right. Yeah, it's 50 food to place one, but 5 to replace it. So you might get 20 food from this, so you can essentially get 4 ants out of one piece, which is pretty good. So let's put you guys in there. You guys, I might up this to 10. I like to have nice rounded numbers for these guys. So let's see. If we do that, actually do that as well. I'll just put that there, and that there. That'll give us the 10. I don't tend to go more than that unless depending on the level, because it's very good to just look at the level, seeing what you're going to be dealing with, and then take it from there. So let's get this done. Probably don't need it that far in, actually, but we'll get that. There we go. Oh, our food stores are full. Huh. Alright, well, we'll do some upgrading.
Have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
There we go. So now we get plenty of space for extra food. Probably don't need that there. There we go. And I think, well, one need to wait till that food is dealt with. I love how I'm just referring it to food, but that's what it is, you know. That's the type of game you're going to be getting involved in if this is something you're enjoying. Anyway, that is, yeah, there we go. That's going to be a lot of food coming off of that. Obviously, your fighter ants are going to be doing more damage, or be able to, you know, take these apart a lot quicker. There we go. Food is going down. We have 17 workers altogether because we've got our 10 there. And we've got our 20 there. Almost turns to snow, pretty much. There we go. Lots and lots of food coming in there. Now, we do have 20 of these guys. Now, that should be enough, but I'm not entirely sure. What I'm going to do is do an upgrade on these. There we go, and that will increase our food stores by quite substantially, which is going to help us out. Now, we do have 330, still money coming in there. Let's get that upgraded, and then we'll do that to them. And do I want more, or do I want more upgrades? That's going to be a bit of a tricky one. What I'll do is maybe do that down to there. That's going to give us 4. Maybe go for 25. There we go. Right, so we want to... Now, I believe, with that being the way it is, the bad guys are going to be in there. Well, they're all bad guys, but the more powerful ones. So we're going to go up this way. There we go, that's our making our way along. And I think, yep, all 25 are now hatched as well. So we've got 25 ants to get in here, with a good bunch of them upgraded, actually. That one's fully upgraded, and a lot of 2s here as well. So that in itself is going to be a pretty big help. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, and let's get that out of the way. And here, guys. And there we go. Attack with everything we have. As you can see here, like you also notice the difference between them. Oh, that's a lot. Well, our workers are all dead. They're down at 23. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, guys. Yep. One more. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Good, 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 good. Now I'm going to bring these back so we can get this up and running as well, but that's going to be a huge amount of food increase. You'll see them bring them all down. And voila. Lots of food increase. I've got 25. I think what we want to do is stick to 25 and get some upgrades on everything, really. But yeah, there is a noticeable... I don't know if it's but like between these two, in that there does seem to be a noticeable physical appearance difference, which is pretty cool. I like that. Let's get these up and running. Don't know if I want to go... I might go for this and then wrap ourselves around and then go for that, maybe. Right, so we got these guys in here. I'm just going to use our fighters now just to get us some extra goodies. There we go. We're going to gather all of that up, and that is a lot of food. Let's see. We want to upgrade you. No, can't upgrade you. But these are all going to be level 3s, I think, actually, now as well. Yes, they are indeed. Now, the way this works is obviously you can see you've got your main home hub. And now there's been quite a few games that are, well, I'd say a few this year, which have been really impressive, like how they've done it. And so you've got your initial hub that obviously you go out, you get some materials, food, so on and so forth, upgrades, bring it back home, and then allows you to do
The workers have done all they can to prepare this brood chamber.
And that's like, some people might think, oh, the levels are a bit, bland, but I like that sort of overarching, there's always going to be an improvement to things while you're also, out battling out, because then it doesn't seem to, like, it won't affect your home base as such. I haven't seen, but I think there might be, your home base can come under attack. Now, why have I only got 16 of you guys here? Hurry up and get your butts over here. Right, so we have 25. A lot of them are upgraded to level 3, so that in itself. Now, you can't do upgrades to anything at home until you actually get, like, the relevant upgrades in that as well, but you can do pretty much anything out in the sort of field. Let's get these guys. Go, go, go. And there we go.
The nest. The larvae must be protected.
Oh, don't worry, it will be fine. I think. 24, 23. I think we might be okay. Yep, there's another one there. Oh, 22. But we've got enough food to replenish them. There we go. Alright, we're going to clear this all out. Going to put them up to there, and we're going to bring these in here just to make sure all the food is gathered up, and we're ready to take this on, and then we'll take this on, which is going to be a nightmare. But we're going to make sure we have a stockpile of food. There we go. You guys get that. Make sure everything's picked up. Excellent. Right, do we want to do any more upgrades? So we've got 2 there and a 2 there. So we want to do that, and then get these guys upgraded. Yeah, I'm just going to do an upgrade in them all, actually. That'll help us out. Now, how much is it for a speed tile? 5. Doing that deliberately because I think, and you can also upgrade the speed tiles, But I think, like, having that, like, there so our army can get, like, pretty much quickly in and out. Now, we want to... I think what we want to do, actually, is do it from here. I'm really hoping they haven't changed this and made this bad, guys. Or they're really seriously heavy... No, they haven't. Okay, that's alright then.
The larvae must be protected.
You see how quickly they just kind of come onto that and then it shoots off, which is really good. Now, we have that there. So what we want to do is we want to... do something sort of like this.
The colony is starving.
Oh, don't worry, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. You see them instantly on that and take off, which is great. Now we want to bring you guys around here, and we want to bring you guys around here. Okay, let's make sure some food is stockpiled. Excellent. Right, now this is going to hurt. But the only way in is through this way here. So I'm going to make sure that we can dig out this area so we can create a little bit of a sort of enclave, something like that. There we go, excellent. Okay, Phew. Let's do this.
Predators
Kill
are
it.
loose.
That thing is way too big. That thing sprays like almost like acid fluid over your ants.
Have stumbled into the path of a
So-
fully developed devil's coach horse beetle.
Come on.
And it's
Basically,
hungry
it's a
for
big daddy of
breakfast.
them.
The beetle is
Come on,
almost
come on,
four
come on.
times the
You can see
size of the
here,
black
fully grown devil's coach horse is aggressive, has a large health pool, and a powerful but slow bite. It periodically sprays ants directly in front of it with a foul smelling.
From the end of its raised abdomen, disorientating the ants.
But you
The
do get
devil's
100
coach
food from
horse
one.
is dead. Its corpse will
Excellent.
provide food to support dozens of new brood.
There we go, they're chopping that up. Alright, so we got that down there. So what I might do actually is I'm going to speed this up here and down here for them. So they can get back and forth really, really quickly if anything goes wrong. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Oh boy. Oh dear. Okay. Okie dokie. Alright, we have enough food to replenish quite a few of them. So let's begin the fight. So what I might do is bring them down here. Let them come out to us. Or not, you know. Just because that is not going to help us out at all, but come on, come on. Fight, fight. Oh dear. So your ants are in this very small area, which this is not great for. And we could actually... could get rid of that one? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Ants at the ready. Oh, back here, please. Back here. Back, 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 back. And launch the attack. Get a good... There we go. Excellent. Back in for it. See, that's what I mean, like, getting around there, because that means, you know, you have more ants doing damage rather than them all sitting at the front and getting killed. Oh, come on. Running low on food here. Still got a good bunch of them. Are they going to be able to take one of them down? Oh, they're disorientated and they're all running about the place. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, come on. Now, this isn't the biggest of creatures that you can find in this game. Trust me. There's other ones. There we go. Yes. Whew. And it even gives you a little sort of segment like this. It's really cool.
Established itself as a rising power in the Undergrowth. Soon their territory will need to expand above ground, where new challenges await. For the time being, however, the Queen is safe.
And now you see, you can choose your reward, so you can get a little bit extra stuff for being like the, you know, choose your reward for them. So we can have extra territory, or we can have the extra food, or we can have the extra jelly. Now I'm going to go with the extra jelly just now, because that does allow us to have, yeah, we'll end the level, because we can't really do anything there just now. But you can see your spoils from that. But let's return. Now that extra jelly will allow us to get better upgrades. So that's, I find that's probably better for early game. So you see here, so in order to access the surface, you'll need to mark the surface, so you can also see there.
Interesting new behaviors.
Let's put them there, and you can see, where have they put it, where have they put it? The food was up here. There we go, there's it over there. It's going to bring them up, and let them get digging away on that. Now what I might do is do that there, there, because we do need to get more of these guys in. Don't have enough food to build into. Well, we will in a minute. Once the food, because they do need to go out and basically bring that food back in. I've got a little worm over there. So that's what it's good to have, you know, overall better than them. But now what we can do is we can actually go in this. And because we have some jelly, we can actually use this to upgrade things. Now, of course, the black ant, you can actually choose, you know, cost 50 royal jelly. Now that will, you must purchase species before you can. Well, we're going to purchase the species. You don't have... Oh, we don't have 75. Never mind then. But you can do this, you know, royal decree. Upon dropping to 75% health, your nursery will spawn their own eggs. Eggs will instantly hatch, and eggs will hatch for free for 20 seconds. That in itself is pretty cool. Efficient brood. So workers are no longer slowed in nurseries. Additionally increases movement speed by 40. And food harvested from creatures by 10. And job completion speed by 2. Or you can have here increases damage, making workers reasonable fighters. So I think what we might do is we might go with this one. We might go in that. Yeah, we're going to go with this. There we go. Now you can see here, this is like, as you purchase the ability of efficient brood, you can no longer access that, so you get one or the other. Can upgrade worker tiles to level 2. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that as well. There we go. Now we can see here is we can now do upgrades on these guys, like so. We can also add in a couple of more because we've got enough food anyway, and they've got that is not what I wanted. And of course they've got a ton of food to actually collect up here. So this is where you're going to be spending time in here, you know, doing all these upgrades and so on and so forth. And then you'll go to, you know, on another mission, because obviously you see we've completed that one. Now we go to that one, so on and so forth. Let's get these guys in. And we can also do some upgrades on them. Just going to upgrade these all just now, to be honest. So we can get up there, get the food, bring it back down a lot quicker. There we go. Now what I might do is I want to probably have about 20 of these guys down here. Now obviously we've got territory that's like, you know, allows you to dig out tiles in your colony. You have to be kind of careful what you do in this main area, because if you dig out too many, you're not going to be able to do anything else. You're not going to be able to do anything here, so to speak. What do I got here? So surface is a wide open space that may have other creatures, colonies and hazards. Control on the surface is very much the same as underground. Ants assigned to the pheromone marker will make their way through the surface tunnel and to the marker. The third resource in your Formicarium is Royal Jelly, in the top left of the Royal Jelly tree, where you can spend it and get some goodies. So we got 20 there, but we can't unlock that because that needs 75. What is this? Fierce Mother. I think I might wait and hold on to some of that now, though. Let's see, we do have some upgrades we can get. We don't have the purchase for that yet. How much is that? You know what, do it. We'll do it just now, because then that's going to give them, you know, quite a heightened upgrade level on them. There we go. Excellent. We do have 13 of these. That's not a good number to have. I don't like having 13. Let's see, if we do dig out 2 of them, we can place down another 2, and that'll give us 15, which seems like a pretty good value to have. And they're still collecting the food, because there is a huge amount of food up there. A huge amount of food that they can collect. And, of course, we can continue to upgrade our guys as well, if we wish. And, of course, these guys will do the sort of nest-type things, while the workers go up above and get the food collected, so on and so forth. And there we go, and there we go. I think we've got a lot of these upgraded to level 3 from the get-go, actually. Yes. Level 3, level 3, level 3. Excellent. I'm very, very chuffed with that. Now, what I might do is do a nice bit of a speed tile here. Just to give them, you know, speeding back here a little bit quicker. Might take that away as well. So you can have like 2, you know, some going out, some coming in. There we go. So that should keep them going pretty damn quickly for things. It means they can, you know, get out there, get that, bring it back in really, really quickly. And I think you can also do upgrades on that, can't you? Yes, you can. Which, of course, is going to speed them up even quicker. Which is never a bad thing. There we go. See, look at this, just they get back so much quicker. So it's obviously you just want to, you need to really think ahead with this game, and it's so much fun. But guys, if you're liking what you're seeing from Empires of the Undergrowth, then please do let me know down below. Please do let me know if you want to see continue as well. It's pretty damn amazing. I do certainly love it. And of course, if you're liking what you're seeing at Smash Gaming, be sure to hit that subscribe button and come back for more, because you'll find all things Smash Gaming right here. See you all next time.